okay? A genuine question. It can't just be like, hi, how are you, right? Ask them what they liked about the video. How can you help them? See what you can do. And so you go from 10 comments to 20 comments because you replied to all of them, and then let's say half of them actually reply to your question. You just went from 10 comments to 25 comments. Okay, that's a 2.5 increase in your videos immediately just by doing that. Okay, and then the last thing. This one is a little bit psychological. It's not a quick tip, but your on-screen text and your videos should not be about you. This is going to piss so many people off. Your video should not be about you if you want to grow. Your day in the life, your get ready with me, your vlog, your anything. People, and this is just a principle in life, humans are interested in what they can get for themselves, and this is subconscious. This is very subconscious. People in the comments could be like, oh, I like hearing about people's days. No, you don't. Not in the grand scheme of things. Out of 100 videos, you're going to gravitate towards 90 videos that give you something. Gives you a recipe, gives you a journaling tactic, it gives you a new framework, it gives you humor, it gives you a giggle, a little giggle, maybe, but it still gave you something. Okay, so if you can flip your framework from me to them. So a really, really, really simple example of this is how I meditate for 10 minutes a day could just be how you can meditate for 10 minutes a day. That's a really low-hanging, basic example. But these are the 5 tips. I'm going to run through them one more time. Add captions for 30% more views. On-screen text will increase your people watched through the first 3 seconds by, I would guess, 15 to 20%. Move the speed to 1.1 speed in the CapCut app instead of the TikTok app. That'll probably give you another 15% retention rate, 15% more views. Comments, you'll go from 1 comment to 2.5 to 3 comments, so 1 comment equals 3 comments. That could be literally a 50% increase in views. And then make your content about the viewer, not about yourself. That right there is probably, I don't know, dude. This math doesn't even make sense. Probably will triple your views. Just start doing it. A lot of people would think that storytelling, hooks, editing, charisma, personality, whatever, are some of the more important traits in a creator. Maybe, depending on who you ask. I personally have seen 3 absolute wildcard traits be way more often the winner, and they have nothing to do with personality. Nothing. Number 1 is data analytics. I know. Am I making a science out of content? Yes, a little bit. Data analytics. I truly believe that if you gave me 10 videos and you didn't let me see them, and you just showed me their views, their retention, their comments, and maybe even just like the theme or maybe like 3 stages of the video, I could take those 10 videos, could look at the data, and I could create a video that would get more views than the other 10. Because this is what content is. You post, you figure out what is winning, you take the winners, you test some more, you figure out what is winning, you test it some more, you figure out what's winning, and you continue to climb the ladder of data. One of my mentors said, content is not a game of taste, it is a game of knowing. Figure out, just find ways to know. Number 2, the second skill is, I would say, is copywriting. Copywriting. Are you able to make your content feel attractive, that people's life is going to change? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to sell something to them. And to be clear, copywriting is whenever you talk in sales language or you write in sales language without it feeling salesy. So for example, I helped someone lose 23 pounds in 60 days, all with this one tip. That right there has like a ton of copywriting psychology in it. That's a very extreme example. But can you subtly make your hooks more tangible? Different example would be like, one bad hook would be how to get better mental performance on the mound if you're like a pitching creator. A better example from that is how to not get rattled when you throw 3 balls in a row and come back and deliver 83% more strikes. It's very tangible. The third tactic or trait of a great creator is their understanding of literary devices. Not necessarily storytelling, but do they understand literature? Do they understand metaphors? Do they speak in illustrations and quotes and statistics? And can they foreshadow later into the video? Do they understand juxtaposition and creating contrast? Do they open curiosity loops and then close curiosity loops? Some of this stuff probably makes absolutely no sense, but these are the 3 traits of a great creator: data analytics, copywriting, and understanding literary devices. If you want to understand how to drive revenue with your business, you have to understand what a funnel is, number 1, and you have to understand, number 2, that funnel cycles, aka what people are getting annoyed with, is moving faster than ever. I'm talking like you used to be able to run one funnel for like a year. You might be able to run a funnel for 2 months. So you can't be copying what other people are doing because people are getting annoyed wildly faster. Let me break this down very simply for the next 15 seconds. What is a funnel? It is people see your videos and what is the journey they go on to buy your product or to reach you for your service, whatever that is. And usually there's a sequence of events, a sequence of journeys that people go on to get to this. And the most traditional one, I'm going to talk about 4 of them. I'm going to talk about Setter method, Hormozi method, the SNL method. The SNL method is what I do. And then we have the traditional method. This is what you probably see online all the time. Short form content, middle of funnel, and then they CTA. Comment X to get my Y. People are getting so pissed off about this. It's not good. And it's time to move on. One that I'm seeing that I'll rank number 2 is the Setter method. This is Dan Martell. You go to funnel content, middle of funnel content, which top of funnel means trying to go viral. Middle of funnel means you're educating. Okay. And then bottom of funnel, you would normally be like, hey, buy my product. But instead, what he does is he never says, hey, buy my product. Instead, he reaches out to you and says, hey, are you interested in growing my business, in growing your business, or just seeing my videos? Are you interested in growing your business or just seeing my videos? And if you say growing your business, then he slowly pitches his product to you and the services to you through the DMs. So it's more of an invitation. And this is fine. This isn't salesy. You're being invited into this and you're accepting the invitation. Number 3, the Hormozi method. He goes top of funnel. He talks about dating his wife. He talks about business, middle of funnel, talks about sale tactics. But how does he convert you? He just dropped a new book. And if you go to his page, you will not see his new book anywhere on his page. Where do you see it? Paid ads. You only see it on paid ads. So what he does is he goes top of funnel, middle of funnel, and then his bottom of funnel videos are only on his ads. What does this do? There's a bunch of really important reasons for this. So you don't burn follower quality by making bottom of funnel content. Imagine if Hormozi was like,